Good afternoon, CJ101 students. Welcome to week 8. We are rolling through the term faster than ever. It's amazing how the speed just kind of picks up once we hit week 7. So we are at week 8. This is, of course, our week where we will be doing our second journal article. And I've added some new journals. Did some research, I think, late summer and found some better articles to kind of spread the topics out. I also included some alternative viewpoints. They definitely come from more of a libertarian perspective on does gun control work. There's also some interesting insights about whether or not legalizing marijuana has helped with what we call illicit marijuana grows, and of course that's been in the news lately with California especially. So intriguing articles. I would urge you to take a look at those, decide which journal article you want to write about, and there's some compelling themes that we're going to be looking at this week. Chapter 12 and 13 are really delving into more analysis on the types of crimes, and as we look at both chapters 12 and 13, you're going to see some pretty in-depth conversations on moral crimes as well. And of course, those can be especially sensitive. It's pretty much a general rule out in the public that sex crimes that involve pedophilia or sex crimes against minors, children, those are viewed really heinously. In fact, the vigilante justice inside prisons is well known. And I'm sure you've seen that portrayed in media, film, etc., and real-life news reports. So take a look at those chapters. Very compelling and can be quite serious to really think about if we take them seriously in terms of the various moral crimes and how they impact society. There is quite a bit of conversation in, I believe, chapter 12 or 13 on the topic of white-collar crime. We provided a couple articles on that during week 3. There is another article I could add if there's interest on the part of some, where it's another take on the Bernie Madoff scandal that happened in, I believe, the late 90s. It's kind of has shadows of the FTX scandal with Sam Bankman-Fried. There's not enough research, I don't believe, on the Sam Bankman-Fried FTX scandal to have any, I want to say, valid journal articles written. There might be, but I haven't seen it yet, and I actually went out and looked. Interesting point on that. It's very similar to the Bernie Madoff scandal in that Sam Bankman-Fried put himself out there as this unique icon, brainiac kind of kid, and people were so intrigued because that is actually one of the markers of really super successful entrepreneurs. They're rule breakers, they're what we call disruptors, and so he fit the profile where some hedge funds and different investors were caught up in, let's invest in this guy and what he was doing. So eventually, though, it did catch up with him, and the recent news has pretty much shown quite a bit of evidence that rules didn't apply, was the attitude. They were just going to forge ahead and make new rules. So some people got hurt in that situation, but it's still to be adjudicated, so I don't think it's fair to make firm judgments on that. We just know that there's been some major indictments, and I think Sam Bankman-Fried bond was $250 million or something. It was a huge amount, it's 2.5 or 250. It was a huge amount of bond because that's how serious his crime was in terms of the monetary loss. All right, so check out the instructions again, same as last time, 4 pages, double space. Be sure and have proper use of citations, properly formatted reference list, or what we call bibliography, and that's 4 pages plus the bibliography. Use other sources. Use the textbook information along with the article you choose. And then if you're still not sure you've got enough material to really have some cogent conversations, that's why we encourage you to use the internet. Go out and just Google that topic and you'll get some interesting articles, I'm sure. All right, with that, we're trying to keep it under 6 minutes, so welcome again to week 8. It's a pleasure to have you all still with us, and let's wrap up our course in the next 3 weeks in good form and fashion. Thanks.